The very first time I picked up a gun, I hit a bullseye target 5,000 miles away. But on the day of my awakening, I was told I could never touch any firearm or weapon again. Arms depots were ordered to lock me out completely. Even a broken old toy water gun was declared a global SS-level contraband for me. Turns out the system activation requirement was for me to fire 100 million bullets. Countless mentors told me to give up on this path. Even military big shots unanimously agreed this was a completely impossible mission. But I stubbornly stayed back at school for 6 extra years. Only the school's virtual training room was available for me to use. But today I had already fired my 99,909,900th bullet. Now only the final 100 shots remained. I took a deep breath. The next second I quickly grabbed the machine gun next to me and started firing like a maniac. For 6 years in this world where game monsters invade everywhere, only 30% of adults can awaken a class, and countless awakened ones die on the battlefield every year. Just then mocking laughter came from behind me, but I didn't turn around, because I knew it was just those successful students on a tour again. A guy with blonde hair said sarcastically, "Senior Zhang, still pretending to work hard? How my brother is 2 years younger than you, and already in awakened university still playing with toy guns." I ignored him and kept focusing on my shooting. Over 6 years I'd heard too much of this harmless mockery. I just turned this noise into motivation. As the final bullet roared out, the system's notification sounded in my mind. "Congratulations on completing the class activation quest. You have fired 100 million bullets during activation. You have achieved an unprecedented never-to-be-repeated feat. Class strength upgraded to maximum, successfully activated God tier. Class 9th Heaven Gunslinger. Class talent Mechanical Ascension. Your class can use all firearms from all classes. Awakened skill. Your info cannot be forcefully viewed. You also cannot be harmed by your own skills. Passive skill. Arsenal of Nations. When out of energy can cast a skill once without cost. Active skill. Annihilation Beam projects down from the heavens. 18 annihilating energy beams, each 100 meters in diameter. Attack locked on targets as the user wills. Seeing this my heart swelled with excitement. All skills are awakened. Is this the legendary feeling of cheating? I immediately set off for the graduation exam. The class hall was buzzing with noise. Countless newly classed people were there to challenge the test. But when I walked forward the atmosphere suddenly went quiet, then erupted into whispers. "He didn't even take the assessment. How dare he walk in? Doesn't look special, must have connections. Humph, that arrogant look, can he even awaken? He's going to make a fool of himself soon." Ignoring the talk I walked straight to the teleportation array. With a flash of light, I was sent to a goblin dungeon. It was a vast forest. A goblin castle stood in the distance. Other classed people started teaming up to farm monsters, but no one wanted to team with a fresh useless classed person. Perfect chance to test my new skill. I walked to a high slope, then started measuring distance with my thumb. Finally locked onto the center of the goblin castle. As I softly spoke the words Annihilation Beam, a violent surge of energy particles swept through the whole area. Next 18 massive energy pillars 100 meters wide fell from the sky, smashing down onto the towering goblin castle. Boom! The energy pillars began to rotate and expand. Everything in their path was obliterated. Tens of thousands of goblins vanished instantly. The surviving students fled in horror. My experience bar went crazy, shooting up. Ding, congrats host, your level has risen to 41. Level 41 in one shot, sweet. Then I activated my storage bracelet, scooping up tens of thousands of equipment items, and that gleaming gold SSS grade clearance token. All of it vanished in an instant. When I exited the collapsing dungeon, the whole hall fell dead silent. Everyone looked at me like I was a monster. A staff member's clipboard clattered to the floor. He stammered, "SSSS grade evaluation. This is impossible." Meanwhile in the Jiangchuan High Teacher office the mood was tense. Several teachers were gathered, discussing how to get this repeat failure to drop out. "I think he's just a coward. Keeping him here will just hurt our school's business. Yeah, we need a way to make him quit on his own." Just then the office door suddenly swung open. I walked in calmly. "Teacher Chin, I want to apply for graduation." Then placed that dragon engraved solid gold token gently on the desk. Instantly the 5 glaring S letters on the token plunged the whole office into deadly silence. The teachers who were just talking froze, looking at that shining SSS grade clearance token. They gasped sharply, their eyes shifting from scorn to shock. I sighed. "Sorry teachers, taking so long to repeat and only getting this grade, I really slacked off." Upon hearing this all the teachers' faces darkened. Inside they were screaming, but I paid no more attention. I left the school without looking back. With such a powerful golden finger, college was no longer my first choice. I opened my skill tree interface. The skill tree slowly unfolded on the panel. Branches extended, each hung with unique awakened skills. I immediately chose 2 new skills. 1 Precise Carnage. Passive skill, all bullets have explosive effect. Just snap your fingers to detonate all bullets that have hit. Explosion power scales with strength. Every 100 points of strength equals 1 ton of TNT. Armor piercing effect increased by 100%. 2 Quantum Dash movement skill. Step on moonlight, flash through the air. Can perform instant steps and aerial jumps. Super speed movement skill when activated. Body becomes quantumized for 10 seconds. Cannot be targeted by any attacks. But learning these 2 skills cost a full 200 million purple gold coins. I wasn't worried at all. I opened the trading post and listed all the tens of thousands of equipment and items I got from the Goblin Dungeon for sale at a 10% discount. In just an instant, my personal screen was flooded with transaction success mails. My account balance skyrocketed to 400 million. After learning the skills, I spent another 100 million plus to buy a full set of legendary gear and a pair of dual pistols with infinite ammo. With the full gear bonuses, my stats saw an unprecedented surge. My strength reached an amazing 1,200 points. Even Blackrock Volcano thousands of miles away. I was too lazy to use the teleport array. I activated Quantum Dash. My body turned into a streak of light and streaked towards Blackrock Volcano 120 miles away. Below, a group of fresh graduates were struggling to fight level teens monsters. The next moment they only saw a lightning-fast figure flash overhead, and the air ripple from his steps instantly turned the elite monster they'd been fighting into dust. Whoa, a big shot passed by and one-shot the monster. The students stared dumbfounded, then scrambled for the dropped loot. Meanwhile, I arrived at Blackrock Volcano. It was crawling with level 60 monsters. As soon as I landed, a level 60 obsidian giant shot lasers from its eyes. Nearby fire rhinos shot venom at me. Dozens more attacks came from afar, but I just stood still. My body suddenly turned ethereal like a ghost. All attacks passed right through me and exploded loudly on the mountains behind. Quantum form is pretty neat. After the 10-second invincibility ended, I slowly drew my dual pistols. The monsters, sensing imminent death, instantly turned to flee, but it was already too late. My pistols instantly spat a torrent of fire, turning the monster horde into Swiss cheese. My experience bar jumped as I gained 2 levels, but I wasn't satisfied. Normal monsters were too weak for me. I turned my gaze into the distance, to that massive towering volcano, home to 10 Lord level treasures. Inside the volcano, a 100-person elite squad was near collapse, surrounded by tens of thousands of monsters. No reinforcements coming. This is the end. Everyone prepare to engage. Covering fire on the left flank. Hold the line, no retreat, they're coming again. The 10 lava behemoth lords showed overwhelming power. Their strength had somehow surged, and they had terrifying regeneration. Seeing this, the squad leader roared in despair, everyone fall back. But there was no way out now. They were completely surrounded. Just then a figure strolled over casually, elegantly twirling a pair of pistols, as if taking a walk in his backyard. The lord's aura field is active here. Normal escape methods don't work inside. Call for help. I ignored them, and walked into the battlefield under their horrified stares.